You all ready? It's too
Sure.
hot.
It's very hot and it's only going to get hotter. I'm not wearing a bra, so we're fine.
It's good stuff. Pre-show banter.
I can't do shit, but I know I want to. Maybe if we talk about it, I'll find shit to do. I got a brain somewhere and you got one too. Something to be fucking do.
Oh no, I wasn't against that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got one of those faces.
Okay. Yeah.
Any idea that
Resting
implies...
dick face.
Not even that, it's just not wanting change face.
Well,
That's what it is.
how long have you known me?
Oh yeah, that's why I was like, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't care if we do it another way.
Content
is
is content. The more you do, the less I have to do. It all works well.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. I think you might have interpreted it as you might actually do something.
I might have to do something.
Yeah, as in like if
right.
you wanted to do your own content.
Oh right.
As in, like to interview somebody, and there was like, oh, I think just the weight of, passionate work.
Yeah. No.
Didn't want it.
When was this? Was this during the marketing meeting?
A post-market during the podcast last week.
Oh.
Well, I was mentioning how we need to learn to. It's so hot. Once we have to learn to work together a bit more. Not that we don't work together.
Oh right.
But there's part of us that wants to. That's very anti-working with other people.
No.
Basically, just like I'll do it on my own kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, one of the things we need to get over is that because like there's part of us that's like, oh, if I go out and do something, then what will it be the podcast or will it be us or whatever?
Yeah. No.
I was like, let's just do it as a podcast, just make it simpler. And he was like, I was like, I'll just double check to be fine.
Yeah.
So
no, I can't even remember it. I can't imagine having any issue with it. So,
well, no, neither can I. It's one of those things that like, because I wanted to do comedy interviews with low levels, like brand new startup stand-up comics in the UK or something. You'd be like, oh, it doesn't fit into Pulling Teeth podcast. Like, oh no, but it fits with me. And I can't be asked managing 2 social network pages.
No.
So
We're
just gonna do.
I don't think
that.
we just do what we want, right?
Yeah, we don't want to start. We don't want to join any other podcast network because we don't want to have to play anybody else's things.
Yeah.
And when I say have to, I mean like we played Soundbites before, but only if I've been like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're not going to play anybody else's stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a network that plays all our own stuff.
Yeah. We're part of the BBB network.
Integrity.
Yeah.
It's all fine. So yeah, this is a bonus episode.
Yeah. I don't even know when this is. When's this for?
When you're not here.
This is for when I'm away. So
Yeah,
is it a
'cause
bonus episode or is it like 148?
I don't know. It's bonus because it's incredibly hot and we're still here.
Yeah. So bonus means quick, right?
Bonus means we haven't really got that much content, so we're just going to try and go through. I've got some stuff. We've played around with bonus stuff before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going on holiday. Do you go on holiday? I haven't been on holiday for years.
No.
And I just realised today, I was like, oh, it's a weird thing.
Nah, to be fair,
Holidays.
I wouldn't be going at all, but it's away with my family, which I haven't done since I was a kid. So,
okay.
like my mum and dad getting like a chalet or something up in the Lake District, and they were just like, "Do you want to come with?" I was like, "Well, I'm not going to be able to afford my own holiday for God knows how long."
I thought you're going to the place we went previously.
That's this weekend.
You're going 2 holidays.
Yeah, that's for our anniversary. It's been a year.
Yay!
Yeah.
Let's go away.
Yeah,
It's probably
go
a good
away
thing.
and turn our phones off, and yeah.
Just turn your phone off.
I know that's not a thing to you, but
I just don't understand. It's cost me so. It's the reason enough why I shouldn't. Well, neither of us should be responsible for social media.
Yeah,
because you would never get off it, and I never use it.
Yeah.
Well, I've started using it.
Have you?
Ish.
Not for yourself though.
No.
No.
I keep getting notifications like people have seen that you've done nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I should.
Yeah.
I've had growth.
All right.
Right. I've got an old account.
Yeah.
Right. that was like my first Facebook account.
Yeah.
That I just got. I got to a point in my life where I said "fuck you all," and then just made a new one.
I still go on there to look at my old photos.
Yeah. But you So I logged onto it the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I grew from it, right? But I sent you a lot of abuse because you had tagged that old profile as well as another profile as well as your wife to get free pizza or to be put into a pizza raffle.
See, yeah. Now,
and I was like, how dare you do this? Loads of comments about how dare you do this? I feel raped.
Right.
And you're just using my identity for pizza.
Yeah.
And I left it for like an hour and I was like, you just want some pizza.
Yeah,
So
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I mean, loads of comments on every single, because it's been like every fortnight for a couple of weeks.
See, I had this moral thing, which is just like, I want pizza.
Yeah.
And there's this place that pulls up in Sandbach every week, and they'd like tag 3 friends, and you might win some pizza. It's like, well, it's fair enough. We buy from there anyway. It'd be good if it was free. And so I tag people who I know I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
But I have a moral issue with tagging dead friends. So I tag accounts.
You won't share your pizza with the dead.
Well, I don't know. That it feels, for some reason, it feels disrespectful
To use their death.
to
Use their memories for pizza.
because I've still got the accounts of like 4 or 5 dead people. So like so I tag people who who don't use the accounts if I know they're inactive or / don't exist. Hint, hint.
yeah. Which again makes sense, but it's an account that I've checked once a year maybe.
Yeah. I was
for
surprised
old pictures
that
because
you
like
accepted like an invite to the videography page thing. So I was just like,
well, it's an extra.
yeah.
well, you know.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even realize you went on it.
I don't.
I thought it was one of those things where it's just like I don't even have the email address to that shit anymore.
I didn't. I had to go back on it recently because it's got a load of photos on it and some of them are private.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I swear I had photos of this thing. And I went on the account. I was like, oh yeah, it's under the private list. So I was looking at it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's chat notifications because it's always weird. Because there's people on there that I'm just not friends with anymore.
Yeah. There's probably about 6 weeks, I think. For the last 6 weeks, I've tagged you in that.
Yeah, and
thing.
I was just like, oh, it was almost as if logging into. How old was I when I did that? Probably 4 years ago. Probably 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So like 26, probably 25. It's almost as if logging into that account brought me back to that self. I was like, oh, I was going to tell Steve he's a horrible person. Send him some hate. I mean, I still do that.
Still do.
It was more.
Not as intense
back in
anymore because you were more socially active then.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, just back then as well, like in terms of the pizza, like saying that you tagging me for free pizza is rape. I was like, that seems like a 25-year-old Nick joke. That's when I knew I was self-aware that I was stuck in a loop and only making the same joke.
There's only one layer to that joke.
Exactly. It's just, he's overreacting. Yeah. But he's not overreacting enough.
Yeah.
To make more. So I grew. I was like, for an hour, I was just like, and then I had to you just want some free pizza. It's like, I'm going to deny him free pizza. I'm getting older now. Why is it? Let him have not even guaranteed free pizza, just a chance.
Just a chance.
At free pizza. I can't. What was it that Carl Kinane says? I'm not a goalie for your life's dreams. Like my existence in life is not to prevent you from getting your goals.
Yeah.
So it's like, have a chance at free pizza. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
It's
hot.
It's bad.
It's hot. Oh, social media. That's how I got into that, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, we've had basically with the all the news segments, we get so many of them, and we get we should get some oil for this weird armed chair. Should we just keep it like that? It's fine.
No, please. I'll fix
don't
it.
move. So we got loads of extra bits that we kind of always get kind of pushed aside eventually, and it's always keep trying getting back in. So I figure might as well catch up on that as well as some more interpersonal stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yay. Before that, we are halfway through the first week of being productive and writing a minute-long thing. Have you had any progress with that?
Yeah, well, so I've done that thing where it's like you try and brainstorm the idea and you come up with one idea, and now you can't get past that idea, even though I don't think it's that good. It's just the first thing I came across.
Right, you just don't want to think of another premise.
No.
You think there's something to do with it and you haven't realised it yet. I get that.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that there's something funny in this, but I don't know what. Yeah.
I've got the beginning and the middle, and the end is sort of somewhere.
Yeah.
It's sort of there, but it's just like I can't spend too long trying to find that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's got to be done next week. So it's whether I'm like, well, abandon the whole premise and try and find something new, or keep racking my brain over this one thing.
Yeah. I think I've got the basic structure of a minute-long idea. And to refresh, this is no excuses, motivation, stimulus to make a minute-long video about. And yeah, by the time this releases, it should probably already be released.
Yes.
So, well done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I come up with the idea of kind of a structure for it and go, oh, this is kind of a bit too predictable now. For me.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, yeah, so, that premise has already been done, that premise has already been done. And it's like, oh, what about this? Well, you need to hire a church. Oh. I don't want to hire a church.
Yeah, no.
So, oh, yeah, you need all this. Like, the point is to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah, no, mine is like pretty honed in on what I've got access to.
Yeah.
So
then just need to, set up stuff and organise it. But that's not even until next week, in our time. We're just still writing it. And then in a couple of days, we decide what we've written. And we go, okay, now, don't have to declare what we've written, but be at a point where it's like, right, we've been written, and now the next week is to try and produce it.
Yeah.
If that's doable. So so let's go into some things. I'll tell you what, I'll intersperse it
with
the interpersonal stuff.
Okay.
Well, first of all, this is the wrong document, so this is good.
Okay.
Let me. It's gonna take me a while now.
Oh, it's hot.
It's very hot. Right, I think that's the one. I can't zoom in. It gets all confused. Impersonal or news? Choose one.
Start with news.
News. This one I didn't think was very funny, so I didn't tell it.
All right.
The UK ambassador
I'm
to
glad
the
I
US, Sir Kim Darroch, was tasked with compiling a briefing note on Donald Trump's personality and leadership style just a few months after he became president. Below are some of the highlights. So this is just like an ambassador's note to other countries.
How to deal with Donald Trump. Right,
basically.
okay.
So, for a man who has risen to the highest office on the planet, Trump radiates insecurity. There's no filter, and we could also be at the beginning of a downward spiral rather than just a roller coaster. I don't care about Trump. I just like this as a description of a person who's got some power, who other people are being given a note. Like if you went on a podcast to do an interview, and there's like, this is like before, it's like, just you need to know some things about Steve.
Yeah.
I just gave them a note, and it would be anything like this. It might be a downward spiral, not just a roller coaster. So if you think you're on a roller coaster, brace yourself.
Yeah.
It might get worse. Something could emerge that leads to a disgrace and a downfall. Just so you know, in this interview, there might be a disgrace. About his administration, the stories about White House knife fights are, we judge, mostly true. Mostly true.
Knife fights?
White House knife fights.
Like literally knife fights?
Yeah. Mostly true. Not all of them. Just most. Just, like 70-80% of all the knife fight stories you hear happening in the White House are true. Multiple sources and confirmed by our own White House contacts. Wasn't enough that this guy got sources said it was true, and still this ambassador was like, it can't be true. They're not having knife fights. Send our own guy in. And the guy came back, it's like covered in cuts. It's true. It's definitely, there's loads. And not all of them are true, but like at least 80%. Yeah. This is a uniquely dysfunctional environment. Yeah, knife fights.
Yeah.
You can't have a knife fight at work and still work.
Yeah.
It's bad enough when it's someone's birthday and someone's passing around the card. No, it's Dave's knife fight today. Oh, everyone gather round. How to deal with him. You need to start praising him for something he has done recently. You need, whenever possible, to present them as wins for him.
Okay.
You need to present praising him for something he's done as a win, as opposed to praising it as a loss.
Yeah.
Just like I think he's saying praise him massively.
Yeah.
So good. You're so good. A senior White House advisor told me there is no upside with this president in being subtle, let alone ambiguous. Don't be subtle. Just say, yes! On his chance of a second term, Trump may emerge from the flames battered but intact like Schwarzenegger in the final scenes of The Terminator.
Really? They
Yeah.
wrote that on a thing.
And send. The world is a serious place. Send.
Yeah.
Getting that in your inbox. He might be the Terminator. His career, his chance of a second term is like the film The Terminator. Where humanity's only hope is just pushed back a couple of years because fate is inevitable.
Yeah.
And there is no fate, but what we make is kind of... I don't know what they were trying to say with that. Because I get what they were saying in the first couple of films.
Yeah.
The slogan was, there is no fate but what we make. And that was like, oh, the future's not guaranteed. But then I swear as the franchise went on, it was like, no, it's guaranteed. Machines will take over the world. And that was the point of it. You were just kind of delaying it.
I don't remember all too much about it, to be honest.
Yeah. The later films were pretty good, to be fair.
I didn't watch the latest ones.
The third one was a bit... I remember being a little bit weak, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then, the most recent one, that isn't the new one, because I haven't seen that yet. It's not out yet, I don't think, but it looks pretty cool. But the second to most recent after the new one comes out, there's a few there. The one with the girl from Game of Thrones, Daenerys.
Okay. Yeah.
That one. That was actually pretty
Emilia
good.
Clarke.
Yes, Emilia Clarke, I think. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what they're saying.
All right.
Interpersonal stuff. I got some personal questions. We haven't asked anybody to ask us these. It's every now and then I go on Yahoo Answers.
All right.
And this has started to become a bit troll-y.
Yeah.
Like lots of, I know a few content producers that go on there and just make a whole podcast about answering these questions.
Okay.
So I think a lot of them are a bit shit.
Right.
A lot of these questions are kind of not real. But they've got answers.
All right.
People have answered them.
Okay.
So it's kind of...
Are we answering them or are we reading answers?
We're answering them. I don't care about what other people say. Because a lot of the answers were boring.
Good.
First question. Are you afraid of big books?
Like falling on me?
Just big books.
Scared of them?
Yep. Afraid?
Like an actual phobia? No.
Sure. No?
But I tend not to read them.
Why not? You afraid? Why don't you read big books?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, like to be
Voice
fair,
of fear right there.
well, it's to be fair, the length of shit puts me off. I don't watch like I don't tend to watch long films either. I got into a bad habit for ages of the first thing I would do when I pick up a film that I kind of wanted to watch was look on the back of the cover for the length of it. And be like, nah, don't want that.
Steve.
But it's
this
ludicrous.
is a film I really want to watch. I will enjoy every minute of this. That's too much enjoyment.
But the reason it's ludicrous is because I would then it's like, oh, I can't watch that. It's 3 hours long.
I would watch 90 hours of wrestling.
But then I'll watch I'll watch like 3 episodes of like an hour-long show.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's definitely a resistance there to kind of if it's commitment. I think,
but it's commitment to your enjoyment. Like it's good. It's like it's not even like let's watch a film to kill some time. I want it short. It's not that. This is a film I really want to watch and I'd love to watch.
Yeah,
but I don't want to experience love for that long.
Yeah, but I mean, like I definitely make exceptions if it's something I really want to watch. But with books, I don't have an affinity for books, and I never have. So the idea of a long book is just, I don't care.
What would be a long book?
They always say War and Peace, don't they? But I don't actually know how long that is.
Terry Pratchett books, they're all about the same thickness.
Yeah.
Is that a long book?
No.
About that big, I guess.
No, I don't think so. Terry Pratchett's one of the few, but to be fair, they read very quick.
Okay.
I think. There's not much. There's a lot about the language to appreciate, but there's not a lot to interpret. If that makes sense.
Right, but let's say the length of it is probably quite long.
Yeah.
As in, like, if you were to think of a big, it's longer than probably Marley and Me.
Yeah.
That's just like, we had a dog. It died.
400 pages, 300 pages, 400 pages, something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
It's
like 1,000 pages. You wouldn't read that?
No, probably not.
You must love billboards. Oh.
It's great. Just instant,
so good.
Instant information.
Just read those all the time. I'm not afraid of big books. I don't have any big books. I'm the same like you. I don't really read.
Yeah.
I read Andy McNab, a few of those.
Yeah.
And that's probably my entire reading history.
Yeah.
That and like the first 2 pages of some Jean-Paul Sartre book. It was like a philosopher.
Right.
I was like, I covered him in some university thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll read this. And I read like a page and it was like, what? And then I had to read it like 10 times and it was like, this is too smart. And I put it away. Then I watched Bingo, which is like an old 90s film about a dog who runs and gets lost. Basically Homeward Bound, but in a handkerchief. And I think he went to the circus.
If you go through all of the essays that I did for university, you'll find most of the quotes in them are taken from the first 20 pages of every book. I don't think I ever really got very far into them. It was just like, that's a good point. That'll get me points.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do another interpersonal question. Would you rather sweat gas or vinegar?
Gas doesn't count, does it? Sweat has to be...
Well, you would sweat gas. I'm assuming even if it is non-scented gas.
Okay.
I'm assuming they think it's scented gas.
All right. If it's non-scented, then gas.
But then you'll just explode if you're like...
Is it like actual gas?
No, it's
just a
blue gas.
Any gas. Or like a flammable gas.
Flammable. It's got to be flammable.
That's dangerous then.
Yeah, vinegar's dangerous. Probably.
No, it's not flammable.
If you washed in vinegar...
catching fire.
If you put an arm in vinegar... You know how they put like teeth in Coke?
What? Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, put a tooth in a can of Coke or something and then they bring it out. It's like, oh. Do you reckon if you put that with vinegar and like an arm, the arm wouldn't do very well, would it? I kind of think. It's really acidic vinegar.
It'd be fine. It'd pickle.
Yeah, so you'd rather pickle than explode.
From the outside of... Yeah. It's a slower process. Yeah.
The slower process. That's a longer film, Steve. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's too long.
Just like, yeah, and people keep wiping their chips on you. Yeah.
Throwing crisps.
Yeah.
I always thought salt and vinegar crisp was a horrible time. But I have, sometimes you want to have a horrible time.
I like salt and vinegar crisps.
Sure you do. Any more?
What? About vinegar or gas?
Vinegar crisps?
Oh, about salt and vinegar crisps?
Yeah.
No. Eat too much of it, your mouth starts to burn. Don't know why that is.
Yeah, but you kind of want the burn. It's kind of weird. Sometimes you want something that you know is horrible.
Yeah, but...
Say like salt. Sometimes you want loads of salt.
It almost feels like the inside of your mouth is peeling. You ever had that?
No.
You get that from pineapple as well. For pineapple, there's a reason. With salt and vinegar crisps, I don't know what it is.
I never had that, I don't think.
No?
With skin's coming off the inside of your mouth.
It starts to... It doesn't... Not literally, but it feels raw. Like, it goes from feeling slick...
Right. Yeah, to dry.
Yeah. So apparently in pineapple, there's an enzyme that eats you while you're eating it. So if you eat too much of it, it makes the inside of your mouth raw.
Okay. It's good for you.
Nothing wrong. It's not harmful.
Well, diabetic. I had this discussion a while ago.
Yeah.
They're like, pineapple's good. It's like, yeah. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'll die young. So let's do it. In other news.
Yeah.
That was Trump, wasn't it? Oh, here we go. A Swedish man is dismayed after being told he can't change his name to Tottenham. I want to be called Tottenham. No. Oh.
Why? Why can't
It's not allowed.
Why?
All name changes have to go through a voting process, apparently, of some kind.
So
they have to go to a body, and the body has to approve it.
Okay, so in
and they
Sweden,
stop saying Tottenham.
You're not free.
Yeah.
You don't have freedom in Sweden.
It's probably the same over here.
No, it doesn't. Call yourself whatever the fuck you want.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Would you change your name
to
prove this point? You couldn't. You probably couldn't change it to a profanity.
You could if you spelt it wrong.
So if you spelt it right, then you would be rejected.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah. I think
but Tottenham isn't a profanity. I mean, it is in some parts of England,
but yeah, there's nothing stopping you from changing your name to a brand.
No,
or a place. People call places.
Yeah,
but Brooklyn. There's something. There's a feeling that if you can't be, you can't change it to something profanatical. Profanic.
I mean, that feels kind of
prophetic.
That would kind of bother me on a moral level. Because if someone wants to address you, you are forcing that person to swear.
Yeah.
And that's... Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
And what, if you changed your name to 1,000 characters long, like you couldn't have a driver's license anymble?
Well, you
couldn't have a passport.
You just have to shorten it.
No.
No one's going to...
infringing on freedom.
No, people can call you whatever they want, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't put your own name on a driver's license if it's 1,000 characters, can you?
No.
It's infringing on your freedom. So there must be like a character. There's probably a character limit to names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Probably is. Or at least, you need to have a shortened version of it.
Yeah.
So that it could fit on government documents.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, this is very sad, the 39-year-old told Nurix Alejandra. It looks as if you can be called pretty much everything in Sweden, but not Tottenham. It's not any more natural to be called Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool, or Guiseley.
Guiseley?
Yeah. I think they're going to say it's like a football team in like a small town football team or something. There are a lot of people with strange names in Sweden, he goes on to say. There's even someone called Potato.
Oh, right, but that's fine.
Lindy had found out that there were people in Sweden bearing the names of football clubs, including Jacob Gisely Armandalen, who has fallen in love with the English National League North, 6th tier club Guiseley AFC, and decided to change his name to reflect that. A spokesman for Skatteverket, I think that's like the governing body of names or something in Sweden. It's a great name. Skatteverket!
Can't get that on a driving license.
What do you want to be called? What's your name? Yeah. Skatteverket, where did it go? He said he had simply fallen foul of brand new rules which were introduced in 2017, which contained, my words today, much stricter guidelines of what people can be called. If someone's called Arsenal in Sweden, they probably got that through before 2017. So they just brought out new rules.
They brought in a thing later on that said you can't be named after a football team.
In the new law from 1982, you could be called pretty much anything, and there are around 60 people in Sweden called Bajen, which is the nickname for the Swedish football club.
Okay.
When they're faced with an application for a new name, we are not sure about whether we should consult another institution. They did, and they ruled that Tottenham was not constructed in a way that was appropriate for a name in Sweden.
What? So it's got to
be appropriate for a Swedish person in Sweden. Which again, I kind of
inappropriate.
Yeah, it's not a Swedish football club. I guess it's got to be. It doesn't have to be appropriate, but no. I guess.
Well, what do you do? What do you do? If you move over there.
Parents don't have to do this. Yeah.
If you're from a different country and you move over there, it's like, well, this guy's just thoroughly inappropriate.
Change your name.
Change your name to Sven.
Yeah, that's the thing. Parents don't have to go through this process, which makes it kind of strange.
Yeah.
If parents had to go through it, I could kind of understand.
Call their kid Tottenham.
Yeah, or Potato, or whatever. You call them whatever you want. Rain.
Yeah.
It doesn't rain in Sweden. It snows. Why don't you call it snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's none of that. It's only if you ask the government to change your name, there's a weird approval process. I get that it should exist for some things like profanity, but I'm not sure about whether or not it's appropriate.
No. You should be able to be called kind of whatever you want within reason. And within reason being as long as it's not like legitimately offensive.
Well, just like not broadcastable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you will be broadcasting that name.
Yeah.
On documents.
So everyone's name has to be pre-watershed.
Well, if your name was "fuck the police" and that was on your driver's license, yeah. And then you had to hand it over to a police officer.
You're always going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Like, you never won't get a ticket.
They'll be like, oh, well, this is an offensive... Yeah, I can understand that you might need something like that. Just to try a small amount of boundaries just so that it makes sense. Like, use characters in the English alphabet.
Yeah.
Use character in any human alphabet. Don't make up characters.
No.
That seems reasonable.
But they've got made-up characters over there anyway. They've got fucking umlauts and all that shit.
Yeah, but at least you can find them on a keyboard.
Can you?
Yeah.
Maybe in Sweden.
No, anywhere.
What, an umlaut?
Yeah.
Oh.
Try pressing Alt every now and then. It'll blow your mind.
I have to. If you're on a Mac, you need it for the fucking hashtag for some reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah, try Alt-U.
And that's an umlaut?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, right.
You can configure these in your settings. But
I don't need to.
So I can understand.
I've got a sensible name with no umlauts.
You've got an appropriate English name and not an appropriate Swedish name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand like that. That's what I mean by guidelines and to put around it. Yeah, don't draw a character. Don't draw. Your name isn't smiley face.
No.
It can be the words smiley face.
Yeah.
But your name is not just a smiley face.
Yeah.
Emoji.
That's another thing. There's an international board of emojis, isn't there? Like a board that and you have to send in emoji designs. You have to send in emoji designs to them, and they have to approve them. So like all emojis are internationally.
Well,
like,
you see, someone
approved.
probably owns that, don't they?
What?
Like a library of emojis where all the companies use them. Different companies use them.
Yeah, I guess
so.
so.
Like,
But
there'll be
it's
emojis
further
for
than that,
Facebook
though.
and
It's
emojis
that
for WhatsApp.
They have
and
to be
emojis.
approved for communication. As in, if it's not approved, you're not allowed it on your device. Like, they're not allowed. It's not allowed to become an official. I think is it called like Unicode or something like that? Like that's an official kind of thing that they use. And yeah, everything has to be approved.
I guess probably the same with text fonts.
Yeah,
They have to be approved by somebody.
yeah.
I like this one. I don't like this one.
Well, fonts don't have to be approved.
This isn't Swedish appropriate.
I don't think.
They might have to. What if your font was just a series of penises?
Yeah, and you can do that. Anyone can make a font.
So then anyone can make an emoji if they just don't call it an emoji and they call it a font.
It just can't be part of the official thing. You can make a picture of something and send it to someone, but it doesn't count as an emoji.
Yeah, but you can't then say that a database needs to use that for all communicating devices.
I suppose not, but you can if it's your database. You just can't.
You can send individual images.
Yeah,
you can't pick. You
like
can't
you could
add that
if
to
you
the emoji
if you had
library,
like a
please.
company intranet, you could have your own emojis on there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, you can't just. And what my point is, the reason why you can't do it with emojis is because that's being, as you say, decided and policed, so that you can't put inappropriate images on there.
Yeah,
there's probably the same for fonts. In that you can have a font like, was it windings? Can be like, buildings and pictures and images.
Is it windings?
Windings or windings?
I always thought it was wingdings.
I
But
thought
yeah,
they were idiots.
Yeah, and everybody went fucking crazy when 9/11 happened because they're like, "Oh, wingdings predicted 9/11," and they just typed out all these letters, and it was like a plane crashing into some buildings. If you typed out 9/11, it was like planes hitting a building or some shit like that.
And a seat number or something.
Yeah.
It was all these weird little things. But yeah, because there are fonts like windings, or whatever you want to call it, then there's going to be potential images, and they'll have to be approved. So I imagine there's also a text font, governing. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy who wants to be called Tottenham is filing a...
Disappointed.
Yeah, he's considering appealing the decision. Look at it again, please. I want to be called Tottenham.
Yeah. Yellow card.
Interpersonal. What do you do when you find no one to play with? What do you do, Steve?
Rejoice.
Yay. Familiarity. This is new. This is not new territory.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know. I'm rarely looking for anyone to play with.
When you do and you can't find anybody, you're in the street. Do you want to play? No.
Is it so like a hypothetical?
Sure.
I would go home.
What if you wanted to play Scrabble at home with somebody?
Have you want to? Board games and stuff. If
yeah,
you
sure.
Can't. I don't know. You just don't play.
Yay. What do you do instead?
Play a single player game.
Well, solitaire again.
Yeah.
I tried that again and I lost my mind again.
Stop playing solitaire, man.
No, but every now I don't even. It's like a bad relationship. I'm just like, maybe it's changed.
Yeah.
It's not changed.
Yeah.
I've even because they thought, oh, now it's all solvable. And you go, okay. But I've been there and been like, nope, can't do anything. Even got the little hint thing. But like, look, nope, next. Hint. No. No, you're out of moves. So there was no moves before. There was never any moves. And now I'm fucked. I can't.
It's the thing that's annoying about that is that surely there's a box you can tick to make sure you can always win.
Well,
like,
just
it's
say when
half
there's
the
no
fun
moves.
finding out that there's no possible way to win and that all of this has been a total waste of time. Is that fun?
No, that's the thing. It's infuriating.
So can you not switch that off? Because it can always arrange the deck of cards in a way that ensures that you win. It's a computer. It can do anything. Right?
No. What?
What?
There's a setting to make sure that it's solvable
Yes.
from the beginning.
Is there?
Yes.
Right. Okay. But you don't use it.
No, I do.
Okay.
But there still comes a point where you're fucked.
Oh.
Like, as in, from the number one, step one, it is potentially possible to solve the whole thing. But if you make if you make move A instead of move B, you're fucked.
Okay.
And you won't realise until it will know there's no moves left.
But it
it'll
won't
let
tell
you go through another 20 moves to realise that.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I get it. Like, just why not?
Yeah.
Just say me in the beginning.
But
It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to record it for evidence. I'm tempted. I just wanted just to see. 'Cause I'm not very good at it either.
Yeah.
I'll openly admit that. But just don't fuck with me. If I'm playing solitaire, I'm not in a good place.
Yeah.
Stop making me into a worse place.
There's some people who are well practiced on solitaire. I never got addicted to like the card games on these computers.
I
I
do
got
it when
addicted to the pinball game on like, was it Windows XP or something? Fucking loved that.
Or before that, maybe.
The Space Cadets.
Yeah.
The Space Cadet one. Yeah.
No, yeah, I did it when I worked as a car salesman. Rather than sell cars, I just played solitaire.
Oh, that's fair.
And then, every now and then, there's just a weird part of me that wants to kind of be angry, but not. And I'm like, maybe I won't be angry and I'll feel happy. No.
No.
You're going to be furious.
Yeah.
Again, it's salt and vinegar crisps.
If you start playing it, are you just waiting to feel angry? Are
yeah,
you
I just don't trust
now?
it. I'm like,
Yeah.
You're going to fuck me over again, aren't you? And then it happens, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. It's not healthy, but it's there. It's having salt and vinegar crisps. It's just, I want to hate myself.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't really like card games. There's something about I like a game to be themed. You know what I mean? Like
all these diamonds and clubs.
It doesn't mean anything to me. It's like I don't get it. Like I never really got addicted to the only card game I got a little bit addicted to was Cheat.
Right.
And either way, you need more people to play that. You can't play that on your own.
Cheat on yourself.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never had an issue with being solitary in any way. Like, it was like people keep saying they get bored really easily, so that's why they don't do somewhat chilled things, because they get bored. It's like, well, I don't know. I've never had that thing.
That's a personality fault.
It's a fault.
It is a fault.
Well, it's the same thing as like people who get itchy, who need to clean all the time. They can't sit still. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah.
They just need to be active and doing things.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just like, I can do that, but I'm also okay if we do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what film do you want to watch? I don't mind. I genuinely don't mind. We can sit here and stare at the wall. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think it's just years as well of just doing monotonous things.
Yeah.
Whether it's work or gym stuff, running, all those kind of things.
That's the thing. I think if you're feeling bored, you just need to force yourself to do something, even if you don't want to do it.
Think.
Well, yeah, that's just it. Like
I've got an overactive imagination.
Because it's the idea of being bored is just it's stupid. Because I'm really sick of doing nothing or doing this thing, but I don't want to do anything else. So you're technically like you've gotten yourself stuck in a loop.
It's just emotions subdued, boiling over.
Yeah.
You're slowly beginning to hate, and you don't know what to do. I know what to do with hate.
Yeah.
Throw it in the air like confetti. Hey.
Yeah. I started playing Red Dead again yesterday. Yeah. I realised why I remembered why I had to put that game down.
Because of confetti?
Nah, it's just it's so good. It's so good.
This amazing film is too long.
I had a friend who tried who tried heroin once, and he's tried like every kind of drug, and the way he describes heroin was it's so good I will never do it again.
Yeah, because
he understood that it's just like there would be no turning back from that. That's like it's like leaning over the edge of oblivion. Like you can see your life disappearing down that hole. You know what I mean? Like, and there's just no way back.
It's just a painkiller, isn't it?
What, heroin?
Yeah, it's what they used to use for anaesthetic.
Yeah, it's like opium. They used to use that was the thing for that, I think. And heroin before they realised it was.
Heroin is German or something, and it was called a heroin because it saved you from pain or something like that.
It actually just kills all your nerve cells, which is why coming off it is so painful, because all your nerve cells start growing back, and it feels apparently like you've got just pins and needles all over your body.
Right, and you feel that the video game would swallow up you'd play it all the time?
Yeah. Now, a lot of the time I don't have that thing with games. Like I'll get addicted to something for like a month, and then one day I'm just like, nah, I don't want to anymore, and then it's just gone. Like and I don't really feel that draw. But with Red Dead, I wanted to go back to it because I never finished the story. At some point, work got too much, and I was just like, nah, I just need to work now, so I put that down. But it's literally one of those games where I can go into it, and I'm just like, I'll just spend a day hunting or fishing, or like just that kind of stuff. And
I think you just haven't played enough games. There's loads of games like that.
Oh yeah. No, there is loads, and it's always those kind of games that I get lost in.
Yeah.
Like
I reckon they'll move with it though, because like, there's a game that's about doing gardening. They can make a game about gardening. It's really addictive.
Oh, 100%.
So just get a drone and just do gardening in your garden.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's actually
toys, isn't it?
Like a proactive thing.
Toys where Robin Williams was basically Willy Wonka, but it was mass war and death. And like he sold these kids to video games that were just drones.
Yeah.
To go kill people in other countries.
Oh yeah.
Basically what it is. But I mean, that's probably what they'll do with
I was
games.
a child. I can't really remember exactly what it was.
Yeah. There's loads of games that are sold on realism and like real time passing in the world.
Yeah.
And you go, well, you could just put it in a drone.
Yeah.
Add some functionality to it and be like, oh, now you can literally change the world.
Things. Yeah.
So there was a game that planted trees, and you were just a drone planting trees in Brazil.
Yeah.
And it was monitored. Oh, this could change. This is great.
Yeah.
Probably where we'll go.
I'd do that.
But yeah, I've never had a problem not having anyone to play with. Oh no, hang on. No, I did. I had a massive problem with it.
All right.
I was a weird kid anyway. But I was a weird, fucked up kid mentally, to the point where, other kids' parents would not want me to spend time with their kids. I was so full of hate, pain, and misery.
When you were younger?
Yeah. It was always.
I remember you being a lot more positive when we were younger.
Yeah, when we were young, we met at 18.
Yeah.
Right, but at the age of like 7 and 8, and up through till like 14, it's still going on.
Oh,
and then
like
around 18, it started.
You hadn't developed your coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going, so I would scream and fucking run around and be like, just be little shit.
Yeah.
And just a weird kid. And then, like, I remember I'd like, just the intensity of it, because it was all because of like balled up emotion and stuff that was just like really volcanic within me.
Yeah.
That like, I think I asked a friend, I played a game called Turok, which was like a...
I remember Turok. I had Turok too on like a Game
dinosaur.
Boy.
Yeah, it was like a dinosaur Doom with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And you played Turok and you had like this thing. And I think a friend said, I might have a friend who's got some cheat codes for that, because the internet wasn't really a thing. You had to get it in magazines. So you had to phone his friend who had the magazine, and then he'd phone me back. And I was such a shit that I just, because he lived over the road, I just ring him and he's like, he's still engaged. A minute later, I'll ring him again. He's still engaged. A minute later, I'd ring, and it would just go on and on. And he'd be like, why is this kid phoning me so much? And just the intensity.
Yeah.
Just because there's so much fucking emotion boiling around. And then, and I'd be like, oh, do you want to come round, like, now for a week? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes, now let's do something. It's just to get out that fucking energy that was just coming from a strange place. But yeah, and it just kind of petered out into, probably only stopped it recently, to be fair. I can remember being a fucked up weird kid all the way through to my 25s. To the point where now I'm starting to think, like, I've never really considered myself to feel like I get stressed by anything. And it's only like recently that I've been like, I can see myself reacting in a way that somebody could describe as stressed.
Yeah.
In a situation that should be stressful. But I just don't hear that noise.
Right, okay.
But I'm subconsciously expressing that stress. So I'll be like, okay, maybe to manage the stress. I've also had that with the weird shit kid. Just be like, nice. Like the mess, you wanted some free pizza. Oh, you're raping everyone. It's like, where the hell's that energy coming from? It's like, there's a big part of it that's just trying to make a joke.
Yeah.
But there's a part of it, there's a small slither of it that I'm just like, it's come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, no, just fine. It's fine. So yeah, when I wasn't able to play with anybody, I'd still do stuff on my own, but I'd put more in. I'd had so much energy, I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
So that's my answer to that question again.
All right.
What we're doing, 2 interpersonal ones, weren't we? We got another one. What's something you like that isn't cute, Steve? You like cute things, don't you?
Like what? Like an animal that I like that isn't
anything.
Cute?
What is cute? Say something that is cute.
Say
something.
Puppies.
Puppies are cute, are they?
Yeah.
Why? Are they small? Because they're small.
Small, fluffy, big eyes.
Like snails.
Yeah. But I don't find babies cute.
No.
I never have.
I bet you don't like babies.
They're just annoying.
No.
Annoying or boring. Like it's always one or the other. Every now and again,
This baby's boring.
every now and again, you'll meet one
We've
that's
just decided
like,
that that's a fault of your own. Like, if you're bored, it's your fault. This baby's boring. So your fault for that baby.
this baby bores me.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I don't think that's a fault.
Okay. Yeah, so is there something that you like that isn't cute? Can't believe this is a question.
Like an animal.
Anything. Vinegar. We said
That's
vinegar
just
before.
it.
Do you like vinegar?
That's a bit. You could say that about anything. Fridges, like fridges.
No, fridges
They're
are
not cute.
adorable.
Yeah. Oh. No, an animal. So an animal that I like that isn't cute.
Sure.
Say an animal. I don't know. A cow? Is a cow cute?
I don't know. I don't find anything cute.
Yeah. Why am I asking you?
And it's not. I've genuinely got. It's a genuine truth that I don't. There's nothing that I find adorable in any way.
Yeah.
And it's not me trying to say something. I don't have that feeling. I'm so emotionally repressed and locked down that I can't open up that vulnerability in any way.
Yeah.
That's just who I am now.
Yeah.
But there's some people who they'll say that and then they'll go, I like all music.
Yeah.
You like this? No. Shut up then.
I like fish. I don't find fish cute. I kept fish for a long time. I don't find them cute.
Yeah. The fish is an animal.
Yeah. It counts.
Answered.
Yeah.
I'll go with the moon.
Oh,
the moon's so cute.
it's got a face.
Yeah, it's got different versions of itself.
Yeah.
In other news, a Colombian man was detained at Barcelona International Airport after half a kilo of cocaine was found hidden under his toupee.
Morning.
Yeah, exactly. It's half a kilo, which is about the size of a brick.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Just under it. And there's photos of it, and it's quite clearly underneath his toupee.
Yeah. Well, it's 500 grams. So it's a standard bag of sugar in Britain.
Yeah. If not
So
bigger
it is.
than that, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a brick.
Yeah, it's big enough to be seen under a toupee.
Why would you put it there?
He's an idiot. But he's not, maybe he's just in an unfortunate situation. If you had to hide a bag of sugar on you now,
Yeah.
you'd probably do something stupid like put it under your hair.
It would be something like that. I always have that thing where it's like, when there's someone hiding in a room in a film or something, and there's someone coming down the corridor, and they start to come into the room, and then they get in there, and the person's gone because they've hidden somewhere ingenious.
Yeah.
I would just be like in the sink, like it'd be something stupid. I don't know what I'd just have to fight the guy. I'm not that clever.
Yeah, I can't hide.
Yeah.
I've got a short film to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played hide and seek once, a little while ago.
Oh
recently.
yeah, like
I threw a printer on you. By accident.
Yeah.
Was it on you? The printer fell on you?
Yes.
And you were on top of someone else.
I was. Well, no, I was in there first, and then they came in, and they ended up on top of me, and they didn't realise until they were found that I was there as well.
Oh, okay.
Which was weird.
Yeah, because I think it was me that kind of knocked a printer and it fell on you.
Probably,
both.
yeah.
And then the other person who was hiding with you, I was like, I can see you, and they just wouldn't move or say anything.
Yeah.
And I called them by name, and it's still not. It's like,
yeah,
we're finished. I've hit you with the printer. I win. I guess.
Yeah. We were all drunk.
Yeah, it's true.
But but like that's a bit. There's much more variety in that.
Yeah.
Like in a bathroom, like
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? And they always it's always just like, well, I'll go up into the ceiling because they've always got like.
And the ceiling can always support a full-grown man's weight.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's designed for.
Yeah.
Not just to hold
Polystyrene.
Foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, he also had a hat on.
Right.
It was sellotaped to his head.
An
30,000
X-ray proof hat.
Yeah. Wait, take off any metallic devices. Sure.
Sure.
Takes his hat off and his hair. It was like, £27,000 worth of cocaine.
Is that how much that costs?
Apparently.
Wow.
Well, I guess it's probably
People
pure
really
cocaine.
like coke. I don't get it.
Yeah. You probably haven't had any good coke. Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't had any good coke either. But I know people who are like... not even like lives ruined, but are like really on it.
27 grand.
Well, that's probably like pure cocaine, and then
they cut it with like baby powder or some
What's
shit.
that Daniel Craig film? Really good film about. That's what he used to do. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Anyway, that's the end of the news. So we've got some more questions.
All right.
And then see where we are. What's something that doesn't help you feel smart? I thought it was a good, well-worded question. What is something that doesn't help you feel smart?
So
I don't know. From the question, I don't know whether it means it's something that makes you feel stupid, because I don't think that's what it's asking. What is something that doesn't help you feel smart?
So maybe something that does help some people feel smart.
Maybe.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah. Like...
glasses?
Oh, yeah, maybe. People say people with glasses are smart.
Yeah.
I've read that sugar reduces memory. Like, it makes it more difficult to... Which is weird, because I remember that from a Give Yourself a Photographic Memory book. I remember 2 things from that book. One of them is don't eat sugary biscuits.
Yeah.
And, yeah, a 12-digit number that it asks you to memorize.
But you fucking love sugar, and now you can't remember anything.
Yeah. And my memory is pretty bad. I mean, I don't remember that Daniel Craig film.
No.
So, that's all good. I guess oats.
Is that a thing that makes people feel smart?
I don't know.
I have porridge every morning. It doesn't make me feel
you probably
smart.
you feel happy, don't you? It's not the question.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel smart.
Oats. It is horse food, but it's not made of horse. It's like wheat, isn't it? Is it? Oats.
Oats. It's
oats and whey is what they say.
Oats and what? Oats and whey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Like a milk extract.
Yeah. But oats is like a seed or something.
A
legume. I don't know.
No, I think.
How do you make oats?
I think it's like wheat. It's grown on grass. This conversation doesn't make me feel smart.
All right. What's the worst alibi to deny a murder accusation?
The worst alibi?
Yeah.
It was me.
Yeah. I was murdering someone at the time.
I was murdering this guy. I can't have killed this one.
Yeah. Whoa. This blood is someone else's.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I was walking through the airport carrying cocaine when the whole thing happened. It definitely wasn't me.
I was wearing my fashionable toupee and hat. Visiting Bolivia or wherever, Colombia, I guess, wherever. I
was trying to figure out how oats come about.
Yeah, when this guy got murdered in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it was me. Yeah. We all know what crimes I could commit. What crimes could you commit?
I don't know. Piracy, that which I don't really think counts. I mean, I know it's illegal and I understand why.
Boarding another person's ship isn't illegal.
Well, no, like copyright stuff.
Yeah.
Like I get that it is illegal. I understand why, and I fully agree with it, with the fact that it is illegal. But it just doesn't make me feel.
That was a weird
never made me feel bad.
Like I haven't watched any DVDs or anything for so long, and I've watched a few recently, and they've come with that weird old 90s 2000s
you
piracy.
Went to steal a car. It's like, well, It is theft, but it's not that kind of thing.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, I've had some people well, what do you think about this, right? If there was I think there's a few other podcast services that we don't use. And some of them have things like they're like a radio show and they'll just stream other people's podcasts.
Okay.
So you would tune into the radio and you just hear a random podcast episode from a selection of podcasts.
Oh, right, okay.
Subscribe to it. But then like they'll run adverts on it of their choosing.
Yeah.
And
I think
even if
Stitcher do that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to name them.
It doesn't matter. They're quite well renowned for it.
Yeah. But there's a few others as well that do that, and you may get some money from it. You may not get all of it. Even if you did get all of it, I'd feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, not uncomfortable, but it's like, no, yeah, because everyone's like, oh, but gets your podcast out there, more people find it, it's more good.
But it's not the point. Like you're associating my podcast with products that I don't necessarily agree with. And even if I did agree with them, I don't. You're removing my choice.
Yeah, I just feel again, it's that antisocial mentality that I think we both have. Because you could go, other people listen to one podcast might discover your podcast through this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's why we're so small. It's because both of us don't want to be heard by anybody.
If I make a thing, it is my choice and only my choice how it is used.
Yeah, there's just a resilience to even if we were to make money by giving it to other people to broadcast.
It's different if you sell it. If you make a painting and sell it to someone, you have no say in then what happens to that painting.
Yeah, if you've sold
that's fine. But if I make a thing and don't give up ownership of it, you don't.
I guess you'd have to give up a bit of ownership on some level for somebody to play it with other stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's the thing of like if I don't grant you the right to make money from it, that's the difference. I don't mind the idea of someone take it because I think I put all our stuff on SoundCloud under Creative Commons. So you can't make money on it. You're not legally you can't. But if you wanted to, you could download episodes and like remix them and do all weird. Kind of shit
I'm totally game for that.
And like no problem with that. That's not a thing. But you're just not allowed to profit off it.
It's other people thinking they're doing us a favor. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm just like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, no, it's the same bullshit.
Oh yeah, but it's good for you. It's like, no, it's good for you. Don't try and be nice to me.
It's the same stupid argument that people make. We used to get this a lot when I was in a band where it's just like, oh, you can play, we're not going to pay you, but it's good exposure.
Yeah.
And then you show up and there's like 3 people there. It's like, well, it's not. I'm now just doing you a favor, and you just had to stop doing it eventually. But you get that in everything. We always got I've had that before as like making videos. Like, hey, can you make me a video? I've got such and such an audience. Like, it'd be good exposure for you. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
If it's good exposure, then why don't you do it?
But if you performed a track and it was played on the radio, that would.
They have to ask me, and they also have to if you.
Would they have to ask you at what times, or would it be like, can we play this whenever we want, and then it's a yes or a no?
That's the thing. It would be like, we're gonna play. Yeah, we got played on some radio stuff, and it was like, it's gonna be on this show. Yeah, that's all we know.
Really. But like, if they played it again, they wouldn't have to notify you. I imagine they wouldn't want to. They'd want like a license to play it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, at no point do you sign anything for stuff like that. It's just like, it's a weird system that's like all in good faith.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why it bugs me. Just the idea of, somebody doing stuff with their podcast with the aim to make money from it in any way, even if it's for me to make money from it. Leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? It's probably really bad, but it's like, because you should want to get as much exposure or whatever as possible. And it's not as if we're losing money by doing it, but it just feels weird. Yeah. You're just like, just go fuck yourself.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. And it's the thing of like, oh, what? Maybe it's because they want to do something nice for us. Then that means we can't be horrific to them. It's like, no. I want to be horrific to whoever I want. Yeah. And it'd not be serious, but I still want to make a joke about it. What, I can't joke about it because you feel like you promoted me. No. Yeah. So that doesn't make me feel smart, or whatever the question was. I've used my laptop so little it keeps on going into a screenshot. What was that? Oh, the worst alibi to deny murder accusations. That's what that was.
What that one was?
Yeah, that was. So don't do that. 2 more questions. What's something that you don't want to learn?
The day of my own death.
Oh, that was a comment. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, that was like top comment. Oh, well done. You're
how
original.
Predictable.
Yeah. Don't want to learn. I don't want to learn Spanish. I don't know why.
I'd quite like to learn Spanish.
It's very Steve language.
Is that how my personality comes across? Yeah, just a series of ths.
Yeah. This film's too long.
What don't I want to learn? It's awkward because I've got no issue. I'd love to know a load of stuff, but the process of learning it, I wouldn't really be interested in.
Well, I've always thought it'd be funny to learn the statistics of your life at the end of your life. Like GTA 3.
It'd be interesting to know once,
how many steps you took in your whole life.
Yeah.
How many lies you told.
Yeah.
How many people died after contacting you. How many people have died due to direct contact with you indirectly. That makes sense. You met this person, and because they met you, their life went on a certain direction. They went left instead of right, and something happened. Don't you think so?
I had this conversation with a colleague the other day. It was just like, how many... Do you think we've ever sold a murder weapon?
Oh, yeah.
Potential.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just by selling anything.
Yeah.
I worked in restaurants that have killed people.
Yeah, but not on purpose. Murder is very specific.
Yeah.
Someone who's
Wasn't
come
murder,
there
I
to be
guess.
like, I'm going to buy this and kill someone with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hardware stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. And last question. What's the last thing that jumped in your face? Such a specific question.
Probably my mum's dog. Probably.
Yeah.
Does that count?
I guess a dog can jump in your face.
Like, jump at your face.
Yeah. But like put themselves in the space around your face, I guess is what.
Yeah.
If someone's in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's personal space,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But other than that, flies.
Yeah.
I don't
Flies.
know.
Wasps.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Yahoo Answers now knows our answers.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Don't put advertising around them.
No.
No.
Because then we might get more exposure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you won't make any money. So.
But yeah, if somebody was to completely destroy one of our episodes,
Yeah.
like, when I say remix, just cut it all up and put it together randomly
Yeah.
and make us say horrific stuff or make it worse, I'd be like, that's pretty funny.
I'd be totally up for that.
Yeah, because it's people doing something creative with it.
Yeah.
Rather than somebody doing something corporate with it.
Yeah.
Corporate podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't take the stuff and then cut it up and put adverts in between it.
That's
Not
the
up for that.
thing. It's the thing that they're doing it because they think they're turning it into a product.
Yeah.
That's the thing. No, I'm too happy being nothing. Leave me alone. So yeah, that's all my notes.
All right. Just a quick one.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
Coco Chanel was a Nazi spy and was directly involved in a plan for the Third Reich to take control of Madrid.
I thought, isn't it like a perfume?
Yeah, she was a designer.
Oh, like that. Oh, okay.
So apparently all's forgiven. Everything else is fine now, like because she made nice dresses after that.
Well,
and perfume.
Same as
Well, we've all got a past.
who's the clothing people? Was it Audi that did the Nazi Jeeps, or was it Mercedes? or something?
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
They did because Hitler liked the Beatles and stuff.
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss did the
Nazi
uniforms, but it's a different.
Space.
It's a different level though,
Operation
like
Paperclip.
because so the US makes weapons for terrorists.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a difference between selling a service and I think like being a spy for them. Like that's a different level.
Her disguise was her perfumes.
Yeah, you were willingly a Nazi.
I guess. Yeah. Well, they've been imprisoning guards, Nazi soldiers. They get imprisoned.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a soldier and a spy? Because as much as you can say like, oh, they had to, otherwise they would die. Same for a soldier.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you go, oh, she was only following orders.
Yeah,
that whole excuse.
They'd have been shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just thrown into something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say, I reckon there's a lot of people who only went along with it out of survival.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because they made that decision over their own death or the death of their family, society has to punish you for that.
Yeah.
Just because that's just the brutal.
But it's the same with everything. It's like gang violence. Like you don't get to be violent like just for the sake of like saving face with your friends.
Have you? It's a weird question, but something I was thinking about. I'm totally healthy. Is there a part of you that's felt like you could have a time to die?
What do you mean?
Like, or commit or do something that would be life-ending, like a prison sentence or something like that.
Yeah.
I think there's what they say, right? Because babies learn to hold their breath underwater.
Yeah.
I think there's also something to do with like homicidal sprees and going to war. Like, there's something in your genes, I think, that it expects you to live a certain amount of time. And at that time, something clicks, and then you're like, right, I've lived my life now. I can die, or I can do something horrific.
Yeah.
Or I was meant to be, I should have been dead by now.
No, nothing I've ever come across. No.
Well, yeah, there's just a weird thing of I reckon that's a real thing in genetics, which is why you got some people who are more aggressive than others.
Yeah.
There's probably just something in your genes that society has found that beneficial.
Yeah.
Because before the Second World War, before the Vietnam War, before the Korea was after Vietnam, I think. Yeah, I think it was. I think Korea was because of Vietnam, as in something about that. I don't know. Yeah. But only very recently was there not consistently a war on somewhere.
Yeah.
Like if you went back, there's probably every 20 years a war going on somewhere where people were involved and countries were consistently involved. And there's still conflict going on today. So I think there's something beneficial to people who are like, right, yeah, I'm going to join the army. I'm going to go fucking... And they're running towards their own death.
Yeah.
In the terms of they've accepted it.
I don't think I would ever do that.
No.
Well,
again, context and circumstances think it's probably a human condition that's everyone can get into that zone.
Maybe, but there was also conscription.
Yeah, no, but that they would do something knowing that they would die. As in,
right.
Whether if say I'm going to save this kid from a bus.
Yeah.
There's part of you that knows, that accepts, I've lived as much as this amount of life. This person has lived this amount of life. I'm going to give them my life. There's a part of you that's like, yeah, they'll go and do that as kind of a natural thing, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think on a societal level, there's also an element of that in some weird way that I've kind of experienced.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, yeah, if there was a noble way to die, I might do that.
Mm.
And whereas when you're younger or when you're old, when you're younger especially, I think you go, no, that doesn't sound very good.
I don't know.
But as you get older...
trying to think, like, if I saw someone else's kid wandering around in like a tiger reserve or some shit like that, I'm not sure I'd jump in and get it.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But then, we had a thing. I drank a bottle of Jägermeister, and then we went to a car crash.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like we went out.
It was on fire.
Yeah, we were the first on the scene to. What was it? There was one car on fire in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And we were just driving to a nightclub. You were driving. I was wasted.
Yeah.
And we were driving to this nightclub, and there was just a car in the middle of the road on fire.
Mm.
And I remember just like getting out, completely wasted, but like running out of the car, running towards the flames.
Yeah.
And then bringing this woman was stunned or dazed or whatever, walking around.
Harrowing, man, because like she thought her
well, that was the thing. So as I was pulling her away, she had blood and stuff. She was fucked up, and she said, and I remember very drunkenly saying, "Was there anybody else in the car?" And she said, "Yeah, my boyfriend." Looked at it, and it was just so on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
With like nothing in the seat. And it's like, let's get you to the side of the road. And luckily her boyfriend was like on the side of the road as well.
Yeah,
like,
I think he'd been
dazed.
thrown through the windscreen or something like that.
He was like sat down on the curb.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like sprawled out on the floor or whatever.
No.
But like, yeah, there's definitely part of me that's like
she was convinced he was still in the car, and the whole thing was just like, like it was really on fire.
Yeah, and then the police came and didn't take my name because I was too drunk. And I was like, I pulled this woman from the wreckage.
Yeah.
Not from the wreckage, she was out of the car.
Yeah.
But she was wandering around. I moved her to the side of the road. I deserve some kind of medal, don't I? I'm drunk. Like a bottle of Jägermeister. I was like 18, I think. Last year uni / just after.
You weren't 18 then.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, other way around. I was like 21, maybe 22.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a huge part of me that's always like, yeah, go and do the heroic thing.
Yeah.
No matter how stupid it is.
Yeah.
That wasn't particularly stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No,
but you don't think you would in some situations? So if it was a total stranger, it's always different when it's people you know.
That's the thing. If it was a total stranger, probably not. Yeah. If it was someone I knew and loved, that's completely different.
You just eat popcorn. That baby's in a tiger enclosure.
Well,
Twix.
But then
I'm gonna enjoy this.
But then
No, give me a Lion Bar. Nah.
Part of me's like, I'm almost certain it's a courage thing. That maybe I just don't have the courage for that. But then at the same time, I'm looking at the people next to me that I do love, and I'm just like, I'm not throwing myself away. I've got to make sure I can help you.
Oh yeah, that's
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, there are. Yeah, if I was putting anybody else in danger, I wouldn't do it, but I would do it to set an example. But I haven't got anybody that I am supposedly like responsible for, really.
I'd weigh the risk up.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't necessarily just like fucking leave it there and wait for something to happen. Weigh the risk up. How fast can a tiger run? Where is the fucking tiger?
Punch in the face.
No, I watched a horrible video today.
If you live through that, then you become incredible for your entire life. If you punch a tiger in the face so that it leaves a child alone.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen.
Away. But it might. That's what I think.
You're going to die.
I'm doing it out of stupidity. I'm not doing it out of bravery or anything like that. It's just like somebody. That's what I mean about doing something that's is gambling with death. I think is that whole just like no, I'll do it because just short-term thinking. Child in the tiger pen. I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
And if I die, I die, but I die knowing that I was trying to do that, and society knows that. And I'm just one of those grunts in society. You're just like, well, just throw some people at it and see if it fixes it. No, okay.
Yeah.
And the child's fine. The child's friends with the tiger. Child punches me in the dick and runs away. You prick! Yeah, there's something. Yeah, not expendability. I guess expendability. Because I've had that mantra throughout my whole life. I think that I've always thought that men, especially in society, are meant to be expendable. So I think maybe this is something I've also grown up with.
Yeah, because you're the one that faces the danger.
Well, society wants you to be, and men have volunteered to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
Not even more so, but they will fight in front of each other to be sacrificed for the greater good.
Yeah.
And in terms of violent, painful death. I think, that's just something that society just bred, because that's good for society.
Yeah.
Is to have people who will go and do stupid things and die. It's great. So I don't know whether that's it, but yeah, there's everything. It was like, oh, what a glorious way to die. I don't know, maybe I'm just a Klingon. You must die well. There you go. It's fine.
Is that a Klingon thing?
Yeah.
I was never a Star
You have to die with honor.
All right.
So that you get to. Oh my god, I've forgotten what it is. You get to some boat.
Ah.
Novichok. No, that was the Russian thing.
I don't know.
Stovokor. There you go.
All right.
Sorry, Stovokor. It was in my head.
Okay.
Anyway.
From one spy to another, in South Korea, there is an emergency number just to report spies. 113.
Yeah. Spy.
Yeah. Just. Yeah. That's it.
So paranoid.
It must be. Well, part of me
someone
is
walked
like
by me wearing Coco
it's
Chanel.
paranoia, but then there's like maybe there's lots of spies because nobody knows what's going on is it North? Oh no, it's South Korea.
I was gonna say if
North
nobody
Korea's
knows
the
what they're
crazy
doing,
one, isn't it?
Yeah, if nobody knows what they're doing in North Korea, that means there's no spies, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, if it's South Korea as well,
Korea.
Well, South Korea makes more sense because they're next to North Korea.
Ah, right. So you're spotting North Korean spies.
Most likely, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
If there was someone who was threatening nuclear war, which I think is what Kim Jong whatever was doing,
Yeah.
then yeah, I think you'd probably be a bit more. He might pop over. Could a nuclear missile fit in here? 113. This guy asking about nukes in this suitcase. Think he's a spy.
Yeah. He got one under his hair.
Oh, no, it's really fucking with me. I think Stovokor might be perjury. I don't know. Was it perjury? No, not perjury. Not heaven, not hell.
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
Right.
Not perjury. Perjury is when you take something out of something else, isn't it? If you've been purged of the devil, it's been removed from you.
Yeah.
What's it when you steal someone else's material? Steal someone else's...
Forgery.
No. That's what... Great Escape. That was that. I can see a Tic Tac from over there.
What?
There was a big scene in The Great Escape.
All right.
There was a guy who was blind. He couldn't see anymore, but he still wanted to escape.
Okay.
So to prove it, he put a Tic Tac on the floor. And in the conversation he went, I'm not blind. Look, I can see that Tic Tac. Or
whatever it was.
paperclip.
Yeah.
Aha! Oh, you must not be blind. And then I think they did a test or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
that's the reference to The Great Escape. There's loads of stuff that's done that. Of like, I think there's a sketch about a guy losing his sense of smell. I smelled that garlic from over there. It's just a funny thing.
Oh.
So yeah, not perjury. Used to get it in uni to prevent people from
Oh.
Stovokor. No, it's not. Yeah, when you would steal something from a website or something.
But I feel like it's a P.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Alligators will give manatees the right of way if they're swimming next to each other. After you.
But with their little arms. After you.
Yeah. Which I find strange. I didn't think that like manatees were any danger to an alligator. You'd think it's like I don't really want to mess with that guy kind of thing.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just, I mean, is it alligators or crocodiles that created a symbiotic relationship with birds?
Oh, where they sit on their heads and shit.
There was a whole philosophical thing about there's birds that feed off of the in-between bits of, I think it's crocodiles or alligators' teeth. And the alligators don't eat them
but because
it helps the teeth.
Yeah, the sharks like that. That sharks have grown a relationship with like small fish, and they swim in and out of their mouth and pick things from their
and there's
teeth.
a whole thing about like, oh, if you believe in evolution, then why don't you believe in this? How has it survived of the fittest if you're eating inside of a crocodile's mouth? There was loads of arguments, and I had it for like a university. Yeah, like philosophical debates about how did birds learn to lure bears to honey pots so that the bear would eat it and then the bear would leave some honey for the bird. Okay. How did that evolve? And you go like, well, it's pretty simple. When it worked, everyone was happy. Yeah. That's evolution.
Well, yeah. It's just
You're happy? Yeah. Well, let's do it again then. Okay.
Yeah. It's risk and rewards. Like shit. Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah. Plus loads of animals shepherd other animals.
Yeah.
There's things that shepherd people. Like there's a natural thing to keep the herd together, or to herd things. There's loads of that in the animal kingdom.
Well, there's stupid shit with like fish that hurl themselves onto land, onto the beach to mate, and a lot of them will just die on the beach. Yeah. You just get this big writhing pile of fish because there's nothing there to, nothing will eat the eggs and nothing will eat the fish, so they successfully mate. Yeah. All the eggs get, what the fuck ever it is, fertilized.
Yeah. Perjury.
And then they wash back down into the ocean and the fish die on the beach.
Hooray.
Hooray. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay.
As of 1998, over 50% of Iceland's population believe in the existence of elves.
98%?
50% as of 1998.
Right.
We've had, I think we had
elves.
Icelandic elves on like the second episode or something like that.
Yeah. Where there was like hovels or something. Yeah. Something about they didn't want to move a rock or build a road because it would disturb an elvish.
That was it. Yeah, a big boulder had fallen into the middle of the road. And apparently it was the elves lashing out over
it was Ireland.
No, Iceland.
Oh, was it Iceland? Was it?
Yeah. Over the it was over the building of a road and the destruction of the elves' natural environment. Yeah.
Well, I guess you got to believe in something.
Yeah, and there's fuck all to do in Iceland, so.
Yeah. You got people like
apart from look at the place, because the place looks amazing.
Sky's green.
Yeah. Waterfalls and every kind of weather, volcanoes, but fuck all to do.
Not many tourists, because apparently it's the most expensive tourist destination.
Incredibly expensive.
Yeah. Could be fun though.
Oh, I'd love to go. It just take a lifetime of saving.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to die first.
Yeah, it's like it worked out something like £20 for like a half pint.
Yeah, something like that. That's what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't get too hot.
No,
it was hot, but it didn't get too hot.
Just sort of settled a bit.
Yeah.
Helped that I left the door open.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. So hopefully at the moment you're enjoying a holiday.
Yeah, I'm sure I am. Or it's raining.
You don't like the rain? I love the rain.
No, I don't mind the rain, but we'll be in a tent. So
I love rain in a tent.
Well, it's a canvas tent, and I've got to find a way to dry it out.
Oh no!
I know.
That's like watching a film that you love that's more than an hour and a half long. a nightmare for you.
I'm at Sing It Steve.
That's the new sign off. Just like, instead of like, oh well, so yeah. Hey, I'm at Nick Snip. Just when you don't have anything more to contribute to a conversation, just say your Twitter handle and fuck off.
We're wisdom at pullingteethpodcast.com.
Yeah, we're at Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram, and we're the Facebook page Pulling Teeth Podcast.
Yeah, subscribe on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll continue doing it even if you don't.
Yeah.
Just if you want to be nice.
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Yeah.
Reviews on iTunes.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Would be nice. All right, all done?
Yeah.
Anything more to contribute? Any more Yahoo answers?
They were good.
They were sort of good. Some of them were confusing.
They were shit questions.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I'd rather have that than, so where are you from?
Yeah.
You know, what was your favourite part about school? No. What's something that doesn't make you feel smart? What? Just terribly worded questions.
Yeah. All right, maybe more of those. Until next time.
Yeah. All right.
Ta-ra.